All right, guys. So, listen, I know it's the holiday season and everything, but I just still feel like I need to talk about certain headlines and stuff just to keep us still aware of everything going on. And maybe you can come back to them after the holiday season. Real quick headline. Just as a reminder, Joe Biden said in July that if you get vaccinated, you will not get COVID. You're not going to get COVID if you have these vaccinations. Biden stated bluntly at the time. He was wrong. We knew he was wrong. We knew he was going to be wrong. And he still says it. He still says stuff like this. But on Twitter, you can't say on Twitter that the vaccinated can still spread the disease because they'll ban you. I don't know really under what pretenses, but I don't know. This isn't disinformation or misinformation. The president's giving us this information. They don't ban him, but whatever. This is just a quick headline on my Twitter. I don't need to necessarily read all in it because I have another article about New York. But anyway, 4 hours ago, Bloomberg just put a headline out here like, despite some of the toughest COVID-19 restrictions and highest vaccination rates in the US, outbreaks are popping up all across New York City, shutting some businesses and altering holiday plans. Okay. And you read that despite some of the toughest COVID-19 restrictions, they're having to shut down some businesses and it's altering holiday plans. So my point of even pointing this type of stuff out is like, so then what are we doing all this extra stuff for? What are we doing it for? Florida doesn't have all these tough restrictions and they have like the least cases. When you look on the map, it's like everybody else is like red, orange, and Florida's sitting there blue. Governor Hochul warns severe COVID threats faces New York. People are underestimating the power of Omicron. All right. So she goes on, she's saying, as New York faces colliding Christmas time, coronavirus waves of Delta and Omicron strains, Governor Kathy Hochul intensifies the urgency of her rhetoric about the threat on Thursday, warning that people are underestimating the power of Omicron. This is a healthcare crisis and people are going to die, Hochul said in the news conference, whatever. Please put on it. So, she's urging New Yorkers to observe the mask mandate and that she ordered last Friday. Please put on the mask, okay? Like they saying Omicron is like spreading fast across New York. Early research has indicated that the heavily mutated strain, which was first discovered in Southern Africa in late November, leads to milder infections than the Delta variant. But it is the speed with which Omicron proliferates that has rattled health authorities. No, it hasn't. They know. Yes, it did mutate. Like I wouldn't even sit here and be like, oh no, it's not mutating or whatever. They showed a picture of what it should look like. It's actually looks freaky. Like, how the cell has like some spikes like coming out of it. This thing is just full of spikes. It's like, like stuff like that gives me the chills. But anyway, so that means that there's way more spikes for people for it to just, of course, just pass on through to people, but it's still milder, which is a good thing. It's almost like a gift from God. At least this mutation is not one that's like really killing people. You're giving out vaccines for a coronavirus during a pandemic. Wouldn't you think it would mutate and become even more transmissible? This lady has the nerve. I've been focused primarily on hospital bed capacity from the beginning. Even before this got bad, Hochul, a Democrat, said, I don't know, who cares, okay? We're going to find a way to bring more healthcare workers to supplement. It's not a shortage of beds. It's people to staff the beds. And you hear my frustration when I read it. I read it with total attitude. This is the same lady who implemented in her state. She didn't have to implement it. Just let's make this clear so fast that New York healthcare workers better be vaccinated by a certain time. And she was replacing them with National Guard, massive nurses, healthcare workers. In New York, they had to shut down maternity wards in certain hospitals. They've been laid off, fired, whatever, because they didn't get the shot, right? And then this lady has the nerve to say they don't have a shortage of beds. It's just the people to staff the beds. Well, I wonder where this shortage came from, Kathy. You've been had a shortage. And then you go and then you fire, you make sure nurses get fired, and you say, yeah, well, don't worry, we'll bring the staff if we got to bring them in from the Philippines. I would never dare work in New York. Let me make this very clear. I wouldn't even work in New York. You put yourself in this position, and then you made it seem like, well, we're gonna replace you anyway. You don't know what it takes to be a nurse, number one, or a doctor, or a CNA, or anything like that. You didn't care. You decided to do whatever. But I'm over here saying all of this stuff, right? All this anger that I'm producing, I'm showing you emotion. They knew this was going to happen. And it's not that they didn't care. It's for the optics. It's for the optics. So people can say like, oh my gosh, the hospitals, you can't even get in. Oh, I was waiting forever for a bed. Yeah, because there was no staff, right? It's a man-made crisis at this point. This lady is bad. She's bad because just the way she talks. She was preaching one time talking about, you guys are my apostles and you need to get these people to take the vaccine. God gave you the vaccine. Say thank you to God. Yo, man, chill with that. Yo, stop with that religion and, church and state stuff, number one. Number two, no, that's not what happened, okay? You don't tell people that they're your apostles. I'm sorry, are you Jesus? These people really take it too far. They do. These are things we need to talk about. Now, this guy flip-flopping, this boy, he loves it. Like he lives for this Fauci. What will happen with Omicron coronavirus variant? It might become country's most dominant COVID-19 strain, according to Anthony Fauci, just because reasons. Okay. Reasons. Anyway, so, and yeah, it could become the most dominant strain if we're paying attention. These numbers are real because, like we said, it is more transmissible. Okay. The real question is that an inherent diminution of virulence of the virus, or is it because there are so many people in the population who have already been infected and now have residual post-infection immunity, which is not protecting them from getting infected, but it's protecting them from getting severe disease? Slow down. Okay, here's the thing. Your vaccine does the same thing too. But the Omicron variant could be more resistant to COVID-19 vaccines. And then here he goes again. Fauci says Omicron will soon become dominant COVID variant in the U.S., urges people to get vaccines and boosters. Why? Dr. Anthony Fauci, President Joe Biden, we know who he is, said Thursday that Omicron will become dominant COVID-19 variant within a few weeks. God help me. I'm sorry. So anyway, he added, and with Omicron breathing down our back, things could really get bad, particularly for the unvaccinated. Yet most people going to the hospital are vaccinated. So though Omicron is more contagious than other variants, it's not clear yet whether it causes more mild or severe diseases than past strains. It is clear. The doctor in South America, she's like, I don't understand. It's been 4 weeks. If y'all go to my Twitter, my Twitter is at, you see I'm that girl Casey with the TGC capitalized, but it's that girl Casey 1 on Twitter. You're gonna see a video that I posted of her talking real quick. Like, it's been 4 weeks, y'all. It's been 4 weeks. I've been telling y'all what's going on, here in South Africa. We're not lying to you guys, okay? Like, it's not as bad. It doesn't call for all this. Like, what's going on? Like, why y'all acting like this? Poor thing. She don't understand. These people love it. They love a new name. It gives them opportunity to make more legislation, okay? So, this creep, he's like, yeah, I call him creep. And that's the least of what I'm going to call him, because with my education, right, we would say Fauci's been on this earth longer than me, and he has more degrees than I do. So if I know what I know, you lie a lot. Omicron could become the dominant COVID-19 variant. So what? If it's not Omicron, it'll be another one, because Delta already ran through people. If this is happening, how y'all saying, Delta already did its course. So now we got a new one that's dominant. And after Omicron, it'll be another one. So what is dominant? It's still people getting sick, but this one's even better. It's mild sickness. We should want it to be the dominant variant, but he just breathes fear. I don't make this video to scare anybody. I don't make this video to tell everybody to go out here and sneeze on everybody too and walk around and don't wash your hands. I don't know what's going on in New York. I don't. But the optics. They're gonna make you feel, even in Pennsylvania, they're asking for more money because they're short staffed in hospitals. Yeah, y'all got rid of nurses, whatever. So, and doctors and CNAs and EM, whoever, y'all got rid of people. The optics are gonna look like, oh my gosh, it's a crisis. Now, like I said, it's the holiday season. So a lot of people may not even watch this video. A lot of people may not be thinking about anything that I'm saying. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, of course, I want you to watch this video, like, subscribe, all that. But the point is, I'm just putting it on record that this is the optics that they're given. A virus, they talking about, we still don't know how it's going to be. It's been about 4 weeks of talking about this virus, and you still don't know how it's going to be. It's just transmissible. It's just more transmissible. Why can't I just say it right? But I mean, it's all to breed fear. Enjoy your holidays. Wash your hands. Take care of yourself. Do what it is that you need to do to take care of you. Make your own choices with your body. If you feel like you need a booster, I personally won't. It's your decision with your own body. Okay, I'm not a doctor. You know, I'm not your doctor. Talk to your doctor, but at the same time, it's your decision with your body, because leave it up to these people. Now they're trying to work on another vaccine for the same coronavirus. So we're gonna be taking shots like 7, 8 times a year. You could miss me with that, for real. So that's why I came to drop this off, to drop this little nugget off, and to talk to y'all and everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. Like and subscribe. Watch the rest of my videos if you want. Share with your friends and everything, and enjoy yourself. Enjoy your time. Cherish your time. Wash your hands. I always leave off with that. They don't even talk about that no more. Wash. And if you are wearing a mask everywhere you go, can you switch it out? Switch it out throughout the day. Don't wear that same mask all day. Also, don't wear the same mask tomorrow. Okay? Not good. Just holding, it's a petri dish for bacteria. Okay? All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.